Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Tenez the Human, and welcome back to our King Arthur campaign. You join me in northern Italy, where we are ready to pounce on Ariminum and also start thinking about the Dalmatian coast, because over here we have Segestica. We do have a spy actually who can probably help us into the town. We should have an assassin, so he can probably do a bit of work on that family member over there. He killed him. That is marvellous stuff. Skilled courtesan to his name. Get yourself in there. Sadly not managing to get the gates open this turn. But to be honest with you, it does look awfully like it's going to fall very easily, especially if we're taking out the general there. Now, up in Levarvum, I've noticed this chap has wandered off by himself. Yes. Okay, well, we're going to take some of our chariots out to go and meet him. Oh, that'll be lovely. We'll get on to him in a minute or two then. Trait increase there, the bit of sneaky as well, and we have our assassin over to take on Harriers too. Marvellous. Oh, we actually missed. 6% chance on a miss. It's a bit unfortunate, but it happens sometimes, you know, it happens. So we'll snipe those off with some armies before too long. Ah, yes, of course, they're going to go meet up with this army. We'll go and deal with that in time. Arthur the Killer over here. I'm going to get in a couple more towers before we go and smash Ariminum. It looks like we've dealt with the reinforcement armies for now. Go and see what's happening over here. Not a lot else in around Capua. As for Tarentum and Crouton, yeah, looks like they are largely out of force at this point. You can see a tiny bit hanging around Salona, but we should be fine. Okay, we need to go snap up these guys. They're very much in our way at the moment. Over in Egypt, yeah, we're having rebellions ahoy right now. They are not happy at all, and to be honest, it's hard to blame them. There's not a lot that we can do right now in order to fix that. We just have a lot of things that we're going to have to, just kind of overwrite the buildings for. So we've got our market, our shipwright, their blacksmiths. Let's get a weaponsmith down, see if we can do that in the next 4 turns. You never know, we might be able to make that work for us. We don't actually have the money to pump in on lines and lines of units, so we'll just we'll see how that goes. So, you sir, get yourself over here. We'll bide our time with that. We'll wait as long as possible. If you have to let it rebel and then exterminate them again, that's what we will do on this occasion. And not a tactic I generally go for anymore, but occasionally it's got some use. Still got Scipiones floating around. I can't dominate the seas over this part of the world, but I can dominate the seas in and around the west coast of Italy, because I've got quite a lot of forces around here where I can try and take them on. So, victory for us there. They have fled to the north. Take on these chaps. They are also fleeing. Take on these chaps. Good. Right. We've done some good damage there. We need to try and make sure we mop a few of those up before we go and retrain them. A few extra ships coming out of our 2 ports in southern France. So we get those to meet up and then maybe head back to the port. But yeah, you guys come up and meet with these chaps. Just keep keep the ships in the sea over here and make sure we continue to dominate this area. We do want to keep some eyes on what's going on over here. Yeah, Spain have a lot of armies. They're my allies, of course. If they want to start turning on the Nabi Martius, we could have some problems. Should bear that in mind. I certainly could do with some more men here. So we'll get ourselves one more warband just for the numbers. But yeah, we are struggling a little bit. So we've got to be careful about the backstab. That will come at some point. We just need to keep in mind when that might be. He is now extravagant. He's been here far too long. Head up to a barracum for now, please, sir. See if a different town won't treat you well. Okay. Yeah, Vickers Gothy up in the north is obviously the German town. We need to go and claim for ourselves at some point. We do have our lovely chap Geherz of Lothian over here. Now, do we even need him to go and take these 2 towns? Probably not, but I will try and gather my army up best I can, actually, between the 2 towns here. So, I'm going to get 1 unit of Chosen Swordsman. 210 isn't a lot of upkeep, in fairness. These are only 170, so might as well have the Chosen Swordsman. That is magnificent. And over here, we can probably try and figure out what this army is actually, because we've got a load of good troops. Lovely stuff. So, big pile of Chosen Swordsmen, 7 of them. That is what we like to see. Okay, so that's looking pretty experienced at this point. We'll go and get those 4 experienced swordsmen as a little extra. We've got the head hurlers, of course. Get back in the town, and you know what? We'll merge them up. We'll merge them up. 2 head hurlers is always magnificent. A couple slingers, and from there we've got ourselves a unit of dogs and a few sets of chariots. Lovely. That's not a bad force at all. Not a bad force. So we can have them hang around and just get ready for the next invasion force. To be honest, we need to take on these guys. We'll probably do it with a few chariots. So maybe that's what we need to do. 5 turns until they give up that town, I reckon. We won't have too many problems over there. Okay, so we've got another turn to wait at Ariminum over here. Pendragon is just chilling out for the time being. We'll send the chariots there. And there are actually a few of the chariots there. Cataphracts. We have got a lot retrained over here, so we're ready to keep refreshing our armies, and that's the main thing. We are taking some losses against the Romans, but not enough of them. Okay, so Factionaire over here. Drill Master. That's always lovely. Intrepid Explorer is a great bit of retinue to have. I do quite like that one, but I don't think he's going to like this. Heavy chariots coming in at him, as well as Bedivere, this most boring man, the Flaccid Punisher, is going to head in. So let's take him out. Sadly, it's a quick retreat by them, which means we're not going to be able to do anything here today. A victory, technically. But yes, so into the bloody business of the day, and not bloody enough for my liking. No, well, bit of a shame. We probably took 1 too many units there, but it's giving him a trade increase, so it's effectively a free level up for him. He now has, yes, a beginnings of a commander, so that's something. If nothing else, he can get some actually no, he's not going to get any retraining. We'll retrain these chaps, get the doggies sorted out. That will be absolutely marvellous. Fine, probably time to end our turn, see what comes in the end turn, and see if we've got anything else that we can get set with. Oh yes, of course, I do have a few units over here, only because I wanted to keep these extra Cretan support and the hoplites in the town. We're slightly overflowing with numbers now, so I've got these guys out here. They're just hiding so they don't get caught out in any battle with the Scipiones. But if we do have to go and accidentally jump out at them in an ambush, then at the very least we have ourselves these chaps over here who are quite good at an ambush, actually light troops and a few light chariots. They might be able to do something, who knows. If I really want to make use of them, actually, this is a great spot. This is actually usually where the AI put the army they have in Cadonia, which isn't a bad force, by the way. Mixture of all of the different sort of mercenaries you can get here. So yeah, I always am diplomat to create and go and bribe the army that's normally standing in that forest rather than in the town. Makes it nice and easy to get, I find, and if you can get yourself a few lovely archers, that is all for the better. Right, they are coming for me at this point. So honestly, I reckon I'm just going to start moving into their land. They were moving on my land last time, so I'm just going to do the same for them. But I am going to go send my chap over here. I might just go stand on the bridge or something like that, see if I can pull them into a battle. But yes, they're starting to worry me far too much, and I probably should have taken my opportunity earlier. They've decided to attack us outside Ariminum. This is just marvellous. British are not helping their Julii friends here at all. Decius the Harsh here is going to fall. He's pulled out his decent little garrison into the field, and I could have taken some hefty losses against these guys if they played it right. I was taking my time, but no, they have played straight into my hands. Take them on the field. This should be an absolute slaughter, though you will see over there we have just lost Alexandria to the Egyptians, so that's about to go down. We'll have to see about that at the end of the end turn here, but let's head in. Arthur the Killer is going to take the rest of North Italy and then on to Rome. I need to send the light chariots around the back then to go deal with those onagers. They were trying to shoot Arthur. I don't want him to die to a flaming rock. That would be quite uncouth, I would suggest. It would not be the way I expect him to go out. So let's get everyone running at this point, because I think that would help us out. Yeah, our arrows are firing in. We'll just run around them, get ourselves set up. The Julii are coming in from over that hill. We want them to get far enough into the battlefield that they are, yes, certainly far enough in that they won't be escaping out of this later on. So we'll just get everyone around the back here, and then we'll go and finish off this onager. Onager being taken care of, then at least that is one less thing to worry about. Do not want them causing me any trouble at all. So slaughter the last of them. That should, yeah, that gives us plenty of distance between them and no range fire to cause us problems. Auxilia over here, legionary cohort, triarii, archer auxilia. Yeah, there's a few archers just to take care of, but honestly 26 of them, I'm not too worried. Get ourselves onto the hill over here. And they're going to start, getting pulled out all over the place. Heavy chariots are going to go and smash into the Samnites on the flank. They're a little bit isolated, of course, so we'll take care of them. Head hurlers, chosen swordsmen, all ready to go. Yeah, I don't think they're going to last. No, not at all. So that's one more unit gone. Let's just try and shoot into, where are the archers over here? There we go. I think I might have missed them. Ah, stop moving, stop moving. So they've done their job. You guys pull it out of there. They're going to throw their javelins. Please get out of the javelin range, chaps. That would be very helpful indeed. I don't want you to die for no good reason. So, escaping that, that's good. And yeah, they're getting pulled out all over the place at this point. Not going to work out well for them. Let's just actually tell one of them to not even bother throwing. This is just not even worth our time. Legionary cohort over there are about to get themselves annihilated by the chariots. Only the light chariots, but they'll certainly do the job. That has got them absolutely pummeled. Will pull out. That normally breaks them, actually. So yes, indeed, that's what's about to happen. Praetorian cohort over there. Be a little bit careful about those guys. They could be an issue if we're not careful about it. Yeah, we'll just stop with the head hurling because I think they're going to break without it anyway. Get into them. They are broken. Yeah, nice and easy work. Actually, let's get these chariots into the flank over here. And to be honest with you, I'm quite happy to use one of these cataphracts just to mop them up. Chariots get into Praetorians, and I think the light chariots are just coming in the rear. That will do them in. Marvellous stuff. That's a Praetorian cohort unit gone. That's what we want to see. And that's an easy mop-up job for our dear cataphracts over here. Apparently these guys aren't actually broken, which is surprising. But there we go. We're not actually on the best position on the hill here. Our knights there have stabbed him. All the beautiful, beautiful jam spilling out. That's what we want. That is what we want. So, chariots, chariots, chariots. You get yourselves over to that flank. I'd quite like you to get around one side of the battlefield. Likewise, cataphracts. You get yourselves over here. We'll see what we can do with this army. Second army coming in, and while my general just gets himself across the battlefield without killing too much of our formation over there, yeah, we're just going to get the cataphracts on the hill. Well, we're pretending to chase this guy down, and hopefully the game will be, yeah, they'll be a little bit distracted by that, because really what we're here for is actually to get into their flank. Yeah, see, now they've reacted. Now it's a little bit too late to react. They have responded, unsurprising here, but I think we're just going to pummel straight into their flank. Right, looks like infantry. You're going to have to get yourself on to war cry mode. Thank you very much. You get onto chanty mode, and let us send the dogs straight in at this point. Lovely stuff. Send in the dogs. Send in the dogs. It's like send in the clowns, but it's a slightly less well-known version of events. Right, all infantry, get in there. Over there, pull out those guys. I think we could do with a little bit of assistance with the Praetorians over there. Looks like the infantry need to come in and help as well. Arthur, pull out of there, and we'll get all of these guys around. Throw in a few more heads, please, sirs. A few more heads. Don't let the leader flee. We've got to catch him. That's kind of the point here. It's a general. Try and pin him. That'll be magnificent. We've got these guys torn up. We have got a rout on us. Yeah, big rout on us. But that's the general. Good news, good news. And that's everyone. Okay, we did just get a couple breaks on us over here. In fact, yeah, about 3 units of our guys just broke as the cataphracts arrived to save the day. Well done, Arthur. You took down another Roman leader. And all the dogs really are just going to mop it all up at this point. Not even much need for us to be here. So that should be the city. So I don't think anyone's really going to get away. Yeah, that's actually our chariots that's currently fleeing. And so are they. Fine, the chariots are doing their usual runaway job. But on the whole, a job very well done. And yeah, I think we can pat ourselves on the back because they are, what, down to 99% lost. Yeah, 10% lost for us. Marvellous stuff. Yeah, back on the campaign map then, and we'll have a new city. Clear victory indeed. Only 104 kills for them. Probably a few of our shot bearing arrows or skulls. But that is the town ready to march into. Lovely stuff. Exterminate that. Okay, so the game just broke there. Maybe we aren't allowed to exterminate it. We're just gonna have a clear victory on it, and hopefully the game won't ever fuss this time. Bit annoying, but that's fine. We'll make it work for us. Uther of Brookhaven. Lovely. Well, we'll have you, sir. We'll have a little look at you in a minute. Araminum over here, then. We'll just have to walk in this time. Quite a lot more damage done to our army, which is a bit irritating. We'll just see if the extermination will work on this occasion. Indeed, it has. Fine. It's a bit annoying. Occasionally, I've had that problem, but only very occasionally. This guy, however, he needs to go down. Stabby, stabby, and we missed him again. Well, it looks like we'll never be able to assassinate him. Bit of a shame indeed, but there we go. Right, Aoife, you got married to Kylia. Ah, yes, of course. I think she actually got married on the original episode 13 and then never got married instead because I keep getting terrible offers. But sharp, that's the best trait I've seen so far, so we'll certainly take that. A big pile of money. Looks like we're going to need it because, yes, Greek logic has come into place. Yeah, so it's going to be important because we do need to go and launch a few assaults. What have we got here? We've had our forces kicked out, of course. They've got a full stack in Memphis now. That's not ideal. Fine. Well, I guess then we are just going to go and put Alexandria under siege. That's the way this is going to work. So, you guys pull out of there. We'll go and get you standing outside Alexandria. Could do with these chaps in the army. And we're going to attack our allies who... Actually, they're my enemies already, technically. Ah! That made them my enemies. Interesting. So yeah, we're just going to go and put that under siege, break our way back in, smash it up. Now, this force, we probably can't deal with that little force there, no. So, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll just have you there, stand in the way, trying to keep things from being awkward. Pelias of Glaver! Oh, and Gawain the Catenacci. That's really sad. So yeah, I didn't realise that there. We've lost Gawain. And his children will. He's so devastated at the loss of the city. He wasn't killed by the revolt, by the way. He was obviously, the army was out of there at that point. But he's so saddened by the deceit of our dear allies, the Egyptians. They claimed the city from under our nose. They sowed dissent and they took it from us. That's what we'll write in the history books anyway. Yes, and Pelias of Glaver as well. We do have the great city of Glaver in honour of you, sir. In fact, we might actually rename this. At this point, we might name it the city of Pelias instead. I think that's what we're going to do. So Pelias there, double L. Fine, we'll rename this for you, sir, with your proper name, Pelias. Marvellous stuff, beautiful. Right, well, that's been renamed, and when we take Alexandria, we'll rename it the city of Gawain, or we could make it of his. Cantiacci, but I don't know quite how I'm supposed to pronounce that. So we'll just go with Gawain. We'll rename Alexandria Gawain-exandria or something. I don't know. Gawain-exandria. Marvellous stuff. Marvellous. Gawain. Yes, I do love Gawain in the old BBC series Merlin. That was lovely. He was always a fun character. So sad to see him gone. An intrepid explorer, one should remember, who brought up a great young son, Urien, who will take the reins of the family, and Cunfoy. Let's not forget about Cunfoy. A little bit careless, but he's a positive chap. He's a lively chap with a wise wife, a priestess, and a witch. She's a magnificent addition to the family. And I think we should probably be hiring up these local mercs, actually. So I tell you what, we're going to hire you. Slight problem with that. We can't hire them all. So I've now hired the worst of them. Perfect. Oh well, it is all fine, ladies and gentlemen. It is absolutely all fine. There's some Scipiones landing. Honestly, I don't think they're even going to bother fighting us. They are! Oh well, we'll just go and slaughter them into the sea. And we'll just leave the others for now, see what they want to do. But honestly, that's fine. We will get a little bit of retraining done. We lost a few of our chosen swordsmen. As long as the mercs down here are fine, that's all that really matters to me. They're the main chaps. And yeah, we'll just need to build up our force ready to pounce. Over here, it's a bit of a shame we didn't act sooner in Egypt because, yes, they now have a full stack over here. We have to pull them into battle. But you know what? That makes it more fun. Makes it more fun. We want it to be a bit of a challenge, don't we? So, yeah, we'll worry about that in the coming turns. Now, as for this chap over here, Herius, I think we want to go take him on. And I think we know that we want to go and get Arthur to take him on himself. So he's going to take a few of his charioteers out to help him out. We'll have ourselves a few men to come and join the battle. You know what, we'll have one of these guys as well. Lovely stuff, we'll come and take him on. Right, in the field then, got Herius Caecilius over here. Marvellous from the Cambridge Latin course himself. Casual adulterer. I always suspected as such, mate. I always suspected as such. Yep, he's not very trusting anymore. Obsessed by security and all of that malarkey. So better get in and kill him. Come on, Arthur. Time to take him down. Just charging straight in, to be honest. That's all I really fancy doing on this particular occasion. Just going to plough him straight into all of their units. And we'll see if Arthur can do the job. I'm pretty certain he's going to tear them up here. So just do a little pull-out job and we'll charge back in. Anytime you want to pull out, thank you very much, sir. That's a little break for us. Roman general, let's go and finish him off. So pull out of the main force here. Take him on. I'm pretty certain you can slaughter him. Archers and other guys are just here to support right now. That's their general gone. Well done, Arthur. Marvellous work. We're going to slaughter the rest of these men without even using these other chariots. They can just mop up one or two of them as they rout. But honestly, we're just going to leave this for King Arthur to do here. Few auxilia causing us a bit of a problem. Just pull out for a moment and we'll come back for a second charge. Looks like he needs a bit of help from the other charioteers. So get in there. Help us out, sir. We'll get the break on and we'll go and finish this battle off. Here comes the second charge. Lovely work. And there are the breaks. Easy victory for us there. Quite a few bits of damage to Arthur, but I'm confident in his ability to not die at this point. He seems a little bit more sturdy than our standard leaders. So we'll just mop up whatever's left. Well done, Arthur. Well done. And yeah, there is a mountain here. You never know. This might be the day we get sword bearer. I am still trying to get him that little trait by getting him to kill enough people. So it might be that this is the battle that does it. So we'll mop up what's left and maybe we'll get lucky. Clear victory for us there then. 155 kills. Will that be enough? He needs about 8 or so to get it. And he got enemy army out. Sadly not. We risked Arthur. We risked him there, but he didn't manage to do it. And no experience either, which is, I think, a bit harsh on him, to be honest. Very harsh indeed. Time to walk into Jessica then, and I think we'll just do a simple auto-resolve on this occasion. Won't worry too much about the other army. And, oh, do we actually want to exterminate on this occasion? Honestly, a little bit of enslaving will probably do the job, actually. Get ourselves a lovely, lovely bath to move forward. And yes, some simple retraining for them. Meanwhile, we'll do a bit of merging with the army, please. And with that, makes the retraining just that little bit simpler. Lovely stuff. So with that, we have Segestica. And I don't know, I feel like maybe this can be the good old town of Bedivere. So maybe that's what we will do. Good old Bedivere. So with the great town of Bedivere now captured, with the lovely, lovely gold mines in the hills, we might need to just mop up a few of these little armies. Shouldn't be anything too complicated. There is, though, a Roman faction leader walking around. 90%. I like the odds, but sadly, it's not working for us. Now, we do have this chap over here. Arthur the Killer. I'm going to go and snipe him off with Arthur next turn. Also, this chap, actually, who's hanging around as well. I'll tell you what, we'll go for Cornelius. 76% chance. I like those odds a lot. Those are very, very suitable for me. Now, by and large, we're looking pretty good right now. Most of our armies are kind of rebuilding a bit. We've got a bit of money in the bank. And naturally, yeah, we're just managing to pull together against the Romans. They are not looking too strong right now. I mean, they keep throwing stuff at us. We're absolutely... we haven't broken them yet, but I do feel like we're in a good position to start breaking the back of the Romans. So the Julii are down to just the one settlement over here, and that was their faction leader wandering around up in the north. So we've nearly taken them out of the game here. Let's go and send a couple boats around there. Actually, no, we've got this one here. So let's go have a quick... Oh no, they're obviously going back to port. You guys go back to port. You guys come along here. We still can't quite see what's going on. So I'm just going to send one around this way. So, oh, it's just the faction leader. That is all there is. Okay. Okay. So we can take them out of the game completely. That's exciting. These boats are about to get themselves smashed, which is a little bit of a shame. Yep, we can take them out. we can take them out. That is absolutely beautiful. So, Excalibur. I think this will be your job. What have we got? Just the faction leader. Oh, we can have one leader against another. Factionaire against faction leader. That is magnificent. I love it. Okay, well, the assassins failed to take out the last of their faction. Time for us to head against the Julii then, and just make sure that they will not be fighting too much longer. So we have 45, they have 36. He might have only just got that, and yeah, I think indeed he has. He's only just got that and been thrown up the ranks. So let's head in, let's take him out. We're into the fight then. We're going to start ploughing our general straight through theirs. Hopefully we'll continue to keep the advantage here. Now we are a tiny bit flimsy, of course, so you never know, we might well lose out for some unbeknown reason, but let's swing around and get a second charge in. Blow the horn of destiny, please, sir. Wherever you are, I don't know. And we'll go in for a second charge. Not the most powerful charge in the world. It's now 31 apiece, which doesn't really bode well, but we've got lots of experience. I'm hoping, yeah, no, we've got them this time. They're completely cut up. That is the general fleeing, and maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to cut him down here. Come on, cut it down. And that is the Julii. The Julii are dead, ladies and gentlemen. Well done, Excalibur. It's a little bit dicey there for a moment because we were down to 31 each. Considering I had the advantage at the start, I was a bit worried, but we've got them chopped down to down to 29 men. Did he lose experience there? I thought he had 6 at the start. Maybe he has. Oh well, it's all fine. Well, you know what? We'll let the last of them run off into the sunset if indeed he can make it. But that, I think, ladies and gents, is the end of the Julii faction. Victory indeed, sir. And with that, no, it's not the end. I thought it was. Somewhere they still have a general. Maybe he's on a boat somewhere. I don't know. Should have lost the Julii. That is intriguing indeed. I don't know where they are. I know they have a town over here though, and I know that we can definitely be sniping that off very soon if we wanted to. Maybe that's what I want to do over here in Glaver. I've renamed this one, by the way, just to make sure we had some memory of the old name. So yes, we'll have to figure out where he's hiding. I thought we might have just done it there. Sadly not, but still, Excalibur, it was an honourable thing to go and take him out. So well done. It was brave indeed. I think it's time for Arthur to have a little bit more fun by poking at this little Scipionist troop here. So we've got guys Regilius and a few of his little men with him. So a bit like last time, we'll charge in Arthur the Killer, see if he can get himself that sword. Let's go. In we come then, and King Arthur's right at the front there, trying to help out the charge. Pull yourself out to a flank, please, sir. Out to a lovely flanking position. We will swing back in momentarily, preferably though with just the general over there. That would be lovely. Yep, good stuff. Turn back into their general. Good. Yeah, unfortunately, just got himself back into a sensible position there. We'll go get the Sestati instead. Slam those guys. Lovely stuff. Good. Right, pull back out of there. Why aren't you running away? Oh, they're the heavy guys. That'll be why they're not running. That makes sense. Okay, we'll keep these guys out of it for the moment and send the general back in. Come on, Kingy. Get your work sorted out here. Slay them all. Perfect. Get in on those guys. Now let's go send in these guys just to close the trap and make sure they're going to run away, because I think that is probably the best plan here. Come on, Kingy. Because King Arthur himself, it almost took out their general there. He was very close indeed. It looks like we're hitting him with the arrows at this point. Right, you guys, stop shooting in. Get in instead. That will be much better. Come on, Arthur. Get the job done. There he goes. I think Arthur just took that guy out of there himself. And that is how that ends. Okay, rest of my chariots. You get yourself out of there. This isn't about you. There we go. That was Arthur once again. Indeed it was. Come on, go and take out those Sestati. I reckon he's got a few kills here. This might be the day. This might be the day that we do it. And yes, we can see the great mountain in the background. Hopefully that will do it. Clear victory for us then. Easy work for Arthur. And come on, give us that retinue at long last. No, He won't do it. How many times does he need to slaughter people to not pick up the lovely, lovely retinue? He has got good attacker though, so that certainly helps. Famous victor plus influence at this point. So yeah, he's definitely built his reputation, but he's not building up the retinue, which is irritating. Even when I try and force the game, it isn't having it. Fine. Head back to Ariminum then. The Romans have they sent a built a fort here in the north, just to try and persuade us from not attacking them. Well, I'll take my time if I'm honest, sir, so don't worry about that. Take up their assassins once again. How did you miss that? 95% chance and we failed. Fine. Tarentum, 100% chance, and we'll get into there. You're up to age 50 odd now. That's a bit of a shame. And yeah, we'll head into Croton next time just to see what's going on. But as a general rule, I'm happy enough to stay where we are. Let's go take this guy out. 76% chance, and we failed again. Thank you, game. That's a bit rude. Right, let's do something that's a little bit higher chance. I would say 99.952. And with that, we have Desert Axemen in here. Clear those out. That'll be a simple victory. No kills for them. With that, we will get ourselves Extermination. That means the Wonder captured. Back with the Pharos, which is always nice. But more importantly, it means that we have, sorted out the problem for a short time. We'll see how long that lasts. Public baths, awesome temple. What do I want? What do I want? You know what? What I need to do is change the buildings that are their culture to reduce the culture penalty. So we'll get the roads built up. That'd be marvellous. We will get ourselves some more of our lovely, lovely troopies, and we'll probably in time go and take care of that force as well. Shouldn't leave them hanging around. But I will go have a little look at Thebes. Yeah, gained a bit of experience there at 75% happiness. Not particularly happy. 2 armies over there. More up here, but not a huge amount. So it looks like there's 2 stacks to take on. I reckon we can do that even without the good old Gawain. In which note, actually, yes, let's rename Alexandria to the great city of Gawain, or Gawain City. Why not? Saint Gawain City. Gawain City. There we go. So lovely stuff. We've got ourselves our town back. Memphis can go in time, but we're going to have to pick our moment for that particular bout. We're going to try and deal with some of the culture penalties in the short term. The roads would be good though, because I'd like to be able to get around to this bridge without having too many issues. So resistance is futile. We have very much shown them who's boss. Now, as for over here, I certainly have myself plenty of army. What I need to get is some boats. So I'm going to start piling out the boats in this part of the world just to make sure that I can really deal with them. Get those farms. That's 6 turns. Ridiculous. Get the public baths. That makes a bit of happiness as well. Buys us some time. And otherwise, yeah, we're just trying to really prep ourselves for what is about to come, which is going to be a big bout indeed. You guys can merge. That'd be good. Head back to Pelias where you can retrain. I believe we've got the right temple for you over there. Isn't that what we're supposed to be doing? Yes, indeed it is. So, the moment we can't do that... that's because I sent the Woad Warriors as well as the Head Hurlers. Fair enough, but I'm not quite sure why it's not happening. Possibly because I need to just finish that up. Fair enough. So another turn or so we'll be able to get that. Lovely. Public baths, always a good choice for us to get. Sewers after that. And otherwise we'll just look at Bedivere here. We need to do a tiny bit of scouting then before we move on. With an assassin around, probably not a good idea to send the spy straight away. I think though, yeah, we got one trained up. So we'll send him off in this direction. Few armies around Salona. There we are. That's what I was expecting. Okay. Bedivere. I think we're going to have to get ready for a fight, but it looks like we've got a pretty good force to go and do it, so not too worried about that at all. Kai named one of his children Bedivere the Conqueror, as he's known now. His son Kai has finally come of age. Disappointing he is, though. Such a grand disappointment. We're going to have to get him killed at some point, sadly. Ooh, and Kai, you popped up over here. Just the place to get yourself suicidally brave. Yes, I think that's something that's going to pop up for you very, very soon indeed. Okay, well, let's go over and deal with Galerius over here. Pop goes his head. And yes, we grab ourselves a little bit more in terms of experience over here. What are we on to now? Yes, you're very good indeed, up to about 7 or 8. Marvellous stuff. And yeah, otherwise, they seem to just all be waiting around at this point. Waiting for their death, presumably, so we'll just help them out with that. We're very much a helpful people. Oh, look, the whole bodyguard just dispersed. This guy is a little bit confused as to what just happened. A great way of training your assassins, by the way, is just to go and assassinate the young Roman chaps, because the game will just continuously rebuild the family. And yeah, it just means that you have new men to be picking the head off endlessly. It is a marvellous thing. It's basically free training. Yeah, a bit like the assassins they keep on sending in to me, which is how I've got myself a load of good chaps over here. Ah, marvellous. Some more British heavy chariots coming in. Get those all sorted and retrained. So in the north here, it looks like, ooh, they've got some extra men to come and join their battle. I'm going to send you to go hide over here. I don't want them to actually get involved. I would rather these guys try and solve this problem of the Chariot Army, because I reckon we can sort them pretty easily if they want to come in. Marvellous news indeed. Nothing too interesting happening actually. Over here in Egypt, we've gone and cleared them off. We sent good old Kunfwa over here to go and see what's going on. He should actually be able to get, yes, some lovely, juicy, beautiful hoplites and Numidian mercenaries. We want those in our army. We'll grab these as well. I know I don't have a lot of money, but I think if I snap these up, at least the Egyptians don't have them. And you know what? It's not bad just to have some extra units for the garrison. So we've got those in our force at this point. We've got plenty of infantry now, so probably time to get another unit of, actually not druids. Let's get ourselves some of the chariots. That'll work for me. Now, got myself a couple of boats lined up in these towns. I'm just going to break free and launch an attack at Sparta or Corinth at some point. Corinth is actually better, but we'll see about that. Over here, Lilibaeum, we have, yeah, we've been clearing out these forces. Better go and see if we can mop them up. They have gone off in this direction. Shouldn't have clicked off so soon, because then you don't see where they go. They've disappeared well off into the distance. I think it's time to get these back home-ish, and yeah, we can get them retrained. But over here, we have a fleet ready to go once more. So I think you can do a little bit of scouting. We'll send the rest of them. Come on, there we go. Rest them over here towards Corsica and Sardinia. I'm going to start, though, sending some troops down south to go and hopefully take Sardinia. So I'm going to send you guys to come and assist. We've got a few troops here. See what, get some slingers. It's all I can afford, and they will do the job. That is for sure. You know what? I do want to send them some chariots. You know what? No, this one will be easy enough to take. I don't need to send them over here. I want my chariots over here to be ready to move in towards the south. Oh, we have Uther. Lovely. Uther of Brochavum. That's good to see. So, Uther, where do you fit in this family tree? Kind of lost you at this point, or lost track of some of these. Actually, you are Bedevir's son as well. So already got married to Kylia. Ah, of course, you're that one from last time. That's just convenient. You have to be called Uther. Very inconvenient indeed. So Arthur, he is his son Hengist, who is 9 now. Interesting. Only one child. A bit like the old Arthur. He seems to be lacking in the children front. His brother Urien is doing all right, of course. Who else do we have? Confoy. Yeah, that's all of that particular line. Obviously, that's Gawain, who recently passed away. Excalibur is currently faction heir, although he'll never see it. Bedivere, the most boring man of the world, is currently his heir, but I don't think he'll be inheriting the throne as we go forward. Social drinker up in Ibericum. Yeah, I think I need to get you out of the pubs. Yeah, maybe let's leave the tavern towns. I think all of these have taverns at this point. I suspect that is very much the case. Yeah, with the Bardic Circle here too. So, tell you what, sir, you can start heading onto the continent. We won't really keep anyone back there. Do you have any taverns here? We do indeed. We keep on building them everywhere. Go down to Camelot. Camelot may or may not actually have the tavern. Camelot weirdly doesn't have a tavern at all. How magnificent. Right. It looks like we finally settled down here in Levarvan. So I think it's about time we consider sending some of these troops down south. It looks like Bedivere is going to need some to help him out very, very soon. Now, Bedivere himself is very much a happy man. We don't want to pass on his retching to Kai, because Kai is a little bit useless. Although I wouldn't mind getting the retinue onto someone of use. Yeah, I think these guys need to pass on anything they've got to the next generation. Young Bedivere here might be quite useless, but he's not terrible, he's just a bit dull. Whereas Kai here, yeah, I don't really like this. It's not a particularly good mix of anything, is it? He might have to sacrifice himself in battle, as we already alluded to. So, down to Salona, and yeah, looks like more and more troops are being pumped out. They obviously have all of this over here, we must remember. So there are no pushovers, but yeah, we want to try and figure out a place to block them, and I guess blocking Bedivere here, Pendragon, is a good place to be bottling them up. That should hopefully mean their forces are coming this way and not reinforcing southern Italy, and that means we can really focus on Rome. So I might want to snip off Capua and then snip off the tail here, just take off the tail end of Italy. That will leave me very much in a strong position to start moving in on Rome. I'm not going to rush to it, but I do want to make sure I'm sensible, so we'll see how that goes. Right, build up a main force over here in Gain City. That will be important because we've only got so long until the unhappiness gets very rife again. So plus 8.5% on the population growth. That is just a little bit scary. I guess we're going to end our turn, see what happens. But yeah, we're getting very much prepped for the next stage here, which is go and press on Italy, or press on the southern half of Italy, and make sure Egypt goes and gets smashed. Gain City is under siege. Ah, that's interesting. And what have we got here? It's the forces of Germania taking on the Chariot Army. That, ladies and gentlemen, is what we wanted to see. Okay, the main force attacking us is just 3 units. But in reserve, we have all of this. There are a few Spearwall Band. Got to be careful about them. But I think with all the archers, yeah, we'll be absolutely fine. Obviously, so being in the wards, he's got some extra hit points. But other than that, he's not really got anything for the morale of troops. No, nothing really for that at all. Okay, so let's head into this battle. This should be good fun. The Chariot Army can get themselves scything away. Let's go. The First Army are being absolutely torn to shreds here by all of our Chariot Archers. Marvellous stuff. Will go and shoot down their Spearmen. Spearball Band are obviously the only thing that really concern me. Otherwise, we're going to rip them to shreds. So we'll start off with the with Chariot Archers. I think that'll be best if we use these guys to start with. We'll be able to whittle them down, and from there we're going to send in the heavy guys to finish them off. We're going to send our chariots in to try and make them flee. Indeed, they are fleeing. I don't think they're going to last long at all. You guys get into them. You guys, yep, they're all going. They are all going already. That is magnificent. So we've now got the second force to worry about. These chariots need to be a little bit careful, so don't get yourself too close anymore. Let them get away if they need to. Yep, let them get away. Ah, here comes the barbarian cav. They're going to pick off a couple that they managed to catch there, but in general that's fine because now we're going to pull them into the rest of our men. That works very well for me indeed. Lovely stuff. Screeching women getting themselves isolated, and I don't think that's going to work out for them. And whilst they do help their, help their allies, they're not going to do very well by themselves. So here comes the warlord. He's going to try and get into us, and that works for me because I'm happy just to absolutely surround him with chariots, and he's not going to last very long with all of these guys around. No. So yeah, pile in, lads, pile in. He is not happy about this. There are way too many of the enemy. He's gone down to steady already, and with the reinforcements coming, I think he's about to break. Indeed he has. At this point, we can get some of these into those mercenaries. We're just going to wrap this all up. Where are the rest of my chariots? Rest of my chariots, just start piling in on them. That's the general gone. This is just the light guys. These aren't even the proper hefty dudes. Lovely. This is just brilliant. I love a cavalry army, and this is a chariot army, the best of the bunch. I've got to be a tiny bit careful. Normally with a chariot army, I just send everyone straight in and everything immediately melts. But with the spearmen, I need to be just a tiny bit careful. So we'll be a tiny bit careful. But on the whole, I'm quite happy just to plough through everything. That'll work for me. So go for the skirmish at this point. That is grand. We're just going to try and get in and around the side of these guys. Yeah, see that they're going to melt. That means we can get a little bit of a flanking manoeuvre in. Send in the general at this point. He might as well just start to get in here. Everyone tear into these guys. They're going to melt before they even make contact. The phalanxes should be able to do the job, but they just will not hold at all. Their whole entire army has collapsed before it even begun the battle. Oh, this is good. Send in the dogs, because honestly they were hiding over here in the forest in case they got anywhere near me. But of course they didn't at all. Right, Light Chariot, you need to do some mopping up work now. So on the whole, we're in a very good position to just really make sure we clear off as many of them as possible. Clear victory there. Yeah, 1,300 kills to only 78. Absolutely beautiful. A few units gain experience, but quite frankly, that was a hilarious rollover. It's just a simple case of not letting those spear warband just eliminate you before it even starts. So exterminate that. And with that beautiful victory, we have Lucas Goffey, which is a great place to have. It's worth a lot of money. A little force here for us to clear out, but we'll get onto that in good time. I actually have my main army back here anyway. Oh, it's magnificent. We'll get these guys wandering towards Vickers Marco Manni any time. We'll deal with that too. We're officially the most advanced faction. That is a marvellous thing. And Kai's picked up Master Hunter. Okay, fine. That's certainly good. So, terrible traits, but a good bit of retinue. We'll pass that on if we decide to make you fall into an accidental spiky ditch. We'll see about that. But you know, maybe you can be salvaged yet, because Goffey has been completely slaughtered. Several baths have been completed, which is lovely. And with that, we have a bit of money once more and some very settled towns. Things seem to be pretty good, actually. I think I've got the public order much more settled now. Camelot is the capital. Or is it down here? Actually, no. Was it something else? Bedivere is the capital. Yeah, that's working out for us at this point, I think. The east is not happy, but it's a lot better than it has been for a while. We have a little force here to clear out, but it looks like we've currently got a few more boats to start defending with. Yeah, we've got ourselves a few there, a few over here. We'll get ourselves the retraining done, and soon we'll be able to go and sort them out. 110 to the High King's Hall. We can upgrade the docks over here, start pumping out a few more ships. But next time, ladies and gentlemen, Gawain City is under siege. We're going to have to go and clear this off. I think that's going to be a pretty large-scale affair. I'm going to try the Sally first of all. No general, so we'll see what we can do. We might be able to do some hefty damage. We'll see about that. But yeah, the army's a bit split into these slightly odd two forces right now, so we'll see what we can achieve with that. But it certainly looks like Egypt will be the focus next time. I'm not sure there'll be too much going North Italy. We'll have to see about all of that. But for now, I suppose it is time to leave you. I'm Thomas, this is Tenaz the Hero, and this has been the many assassinations of the Romans in King Arthur's Briton campaign. Thank you, and goodbye.
By Jove, it is a marvellous, marvellous day. Spiffing, one would say. Any one for Pims.
He has seen the light, he's joined the anarchy, he is cruel and cunning, and you know what, he likes a little drink, and I think that's marvellous. La 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 la, chop your way through the peasants. One shot! No!